Oh, how would you explain this morning's silence to someone who doesn't understand yet, but is curious?
Say we're deeply listening and connecting with, hopefully, with what's there, listening to the awareness, listening to the silence.
Silence will.
Sorry, did you ask a question?
Yeah, I was asked, where's the silence?
Hmm. Don't know.
Silence is in the
Or
neutral.
hmm,
It's in the gap between mind and heart.
And so what happens to the mind?
Becomes quiet.
Oh, well, that makes me so happy to hear.
Yeah. Especially it gets quieter when I find when I journal. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a powerful practice. Only I'm rediscovering.
Wonderful.
Hey, G.
Hey, hi, good morning, everyone.
Good
Good day, Heinz. Welcome to Fireside. I mean, Chi. I meant to say Chi. The wires got crossed. I wasn't thinking, see? Just came out.
Yeah, we are one, but we are not the same.
Mm.
welcome, Chi. We're just exploring the 22 minutes of silence
Mm.
between us. It was like between us, the space between us here on the call. But in the silence, we go inward.
Honored to be here.
And for someone just starting, that inward, that looking inward is scary.
Mm. Yes.
It's uncomfortable. Just at first.
Yeah. It all comes down to we all have a lot of baggage with us.
Yes.
My word for the day, release.
Mm. My word for the day is ignite.
Nice. My word for the day is I wanted it to be curious again, but I'm gonna allow curiosity to be here. But my word today is allow.
Mm.
Mm. I actually had that word earlier. I sort of changed it.
Must have been a connection there.
And that is what the silence facilitates.
Mm.
Facilitates our connection.
Maybe it facilitates our awareness of the connection.
Mm.
Yeah,
Good correction.
beautiful.
I watched a short movie last night. It's a beautiful series of shorts that are made by this couple. And this was on a 96-year-old woman. And she was talking about being alive in a way that is fulfilling. And she had this little phrase from a realization that she had at one point in her life. And the realization was that everything is connected. And she saw the similarity and yet the uniqueness. And so her little phrase is same, different. Same, different. And for some other reason that just caught me. You know, it captured my heart, I think, I would say.
Mm. So you gave to me my word of full living.
Mm. Mm.
Like flashed for me before I spoke that out loud.
Mm.
And it was like a whirlwind of like thoughts. So still, like there's something that comes in. And when we practice silence, we can let it take the dance floor
Mhm. Mhm.
because it comes in and it exits.
Mhm.
Both, it's good information. How does it come in? How does it dance? How does it leave? And what wants to come in with it? Like some other parts wants to come on the dance floor with it.
It's a beautiful image, Jesse. Love that.
And so it took my awareness to resistance. Like, why can't have that? Like, why not always?
Mm.
And it was like, really, is that what I want? So it was the realization that it was just words that mm, weren't as deep as they could be, maybe. Because as soon as we grab onto something in that, like it's this, poof, the rest of them are gone. All the probability disappears into the one thing we grab onto.
I'm circling back to your question, Jesse, about what one could and how one could introduce silence to people that are curious. And what came to me now, I really liked Will's description. So that deep listening and the awareness, it's like that builds a kind of a protective but also expanding experience, and an unfolding in that of just being. And feeling feeling space. And then, as you would say at times, to experience the everything, the nothing, and the something.
I like what you were saying, like getting quiet from the mind.
Because I would say, Hans, is as we dance with the heart, right? To use Jesse's metaphor this morning. As you dance with the heart, the mind can quiet. It can rest. That's the other word I was looking for. That the silence brings rest and restoring. And it's the expansion. I think initially for some people it doesn't feel expanding at all. It feels very constricting.
Now, that's so. Constricting is a form of resistance. So it is a very powerful exercise for people to experience.
It can be, yes.
Because it is not it is not what our automatics tell us. So it's going against the grain, against what we always do, right? The automatic. So we create something different. There's the gap. And the gap is where the awareness can exist.
And the new,
Mhm.
right?
The new something. Yeah.
New experience of a new insight.
Have you seen people afraid to death of the silence?
They used to be.
Mhm.
Me too. Anyone here that wasn't afraid of the silence?
Um, I'm afraid I wasn't.
Ta-da! And it's funny how you phrase that, Allison. I'm
Mhm.
afraid I wasn't.
Mhm. Yeah. For me, I took to it like a duck to water.
My
But I'll
ego.
say this: I took to it like a duck to water in the form of meditation, but not in the form of the silence that used to exist in my family at times. That silence we used to refer to as lockjaw. We had another expression for it in Afrikaans as well. It's the context in which that silence takes place.
Yes. And it can be a weaponized silence,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
which can create the conflict around silence in the first place.
Yeah.
I'd like to run an experiment. If you can, I'd like to all of us say one word, and the word will be mine. I want you to just feel that word come through you and sense the action, like what action you want to do that is associated, entangled with the word mine. And we'll just notice it and then we'll share at the end. So this is part of mine, yours, and ours. Mine.
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 What did you observe?
When I observed that when you first started, I felt a little giggle within me. And then I just kind of like noticed that I didn't give voice to it.
Mm.
And I just relaxed. and then I shared mine
Mm.
from more of a neutral place without the charge.
That's great processing. Well,
Yeah, thank you.
Limiting. Very limited.
For me, it felt like it's so empty, you know, it's like a prison.
Mm. Yeah.
I had my ego play and I grabbed. That's the word I would use for mine. Is grab.
Yeah. Mine's a scoop. Mine's a whole arm scoop. Mine's a get as much as I can, and that's my action.
I came
Candy.
2 scoops.
Yeah, 2
Mike
arms.
Candy.
I only do 1 arm though, Heinz. You'd think I'd do 2, but no, I just do 1 arm with my right.
Oh, as soon as you said the word scoop, I was thinking about ice cream.
I did too, Heinz.
That's why I want 2 scoops. And it'll be mine. It'll be mine.
There it is. There it is.
It's a great exercise, Jesse. It's really good.
The R's can't exist until it's spoken. Now it exists in the silence in the background, just waiting to be expressed. That's what we're listening for. R's. Mine and yours are in the way to the R's. We go through those doors.
May I ask what the term nexus means to you guys? No.
What is that?
Nexus?
Yeah.
Nexus
like
is like a connection. It's like connection, like a link, like a connected group like us here, like the core, the center, the crossing point. So like, I don't know, I'm just playing around with this word nexus and the deep meaning underneath it all. I'm just curious if you guys have an experience of that word that you care to share.
I don't know why, Will, but for me, I gravitate always more towards the word hub.
Hug?
No, HUB.
Oh, hub.
Yeah.
Hub. Cool. Okay. Yeah, like a bunch of spokes in a wheel going to a hub, a central hub.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I mean, nexus is not, for me, it's a very similar, or it could be exactly the same thing, right? It's a point of connection. For me, nexus is the point of connection.
Yes. Thank you. Point of connection. I really appreciate that, Alison. Thank you.
I don't know if it's according to the dictionary, but that's what
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm kind of noticing here is there's dictionary definitions, and there's a lot of different ones. And then there's our, as a group, there's our perspectives, which also are definitions. And it's nice to hear your perspectives as well, right? Because it gives me a more well-rounded view of the meaning under the word.
That's why Jesse loves playing with words.
Yeah. They're beautiful creations, which deepen meaning and definitions, eh? And the assumptions we make around words based on our own definitions. It's just funny, curious.
And how they get used in different cultures, in different contexts.
Yeah. Linguistics, how we connect. The nexus point is the languaging. And the feeling.
And so then I was just thinking now the word that we've just been including is ours. That's the nexus.
Ours. Love that. Because we have mine, and we have your, and then we have ours. And ours is the collective connection, the nexus point. It's like the heart center is the place where we nexus or connect.
It's the point, Will, of your word.
Yeah. And I don't know why this word is just like, it's so like filling something within me.
Your first word, the first word you used today.
Yeah, I chose the word allow.
Right.
And so I'm allowing it to be here. However, I really like that word nexus, and
nexus is the space of allowing. So if you're not allowing, then what's happening?
You're blocking.
Or accepting.
You're disconnecting. You're preventing connection.
And if you want to get to connected, you just can't go there. You have to go through the nexus first, or allow. You have to be open for allow before you can accept. It's a two-step process. You just can't go to one.
Yeah. And the silence is also a very powerful space to reach nexus. It's like, to me, it's also like neutrality. Being neutral is the nexus point. Because if we're full of charge, yes, that will connect to aspects of people, but it's not truly what we desire to connect with. Where I desire to connect with, I'd rather connect here in the silence. So I'll stop talking.
I want to circle back to a word that Heinz asked me about this morning when I said all encompassing. And the subtle difference between the two for me, Heinz, is all encompassing is more like embracing. It's like it's almost like you throw a blanket over something and in your inclusion of things. And that's what I was, that's what I experienced in the difference between the two.
Because I tried to sort of break it down and thought compass, it's sort of direction.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So I got to in direction of.
It's, for me, it's more like embracing, right?
Embracing.
Yeah, all encompassing. If something is all encompassing, it embraces.
Mm.
So you get that feeling of
Included and embraced.
yeah. So it's a little, for me, it's a little bit more expansive than just including.
Okay.
Maybe I can translate for Heinz.
Sure.
Heinz, det omfatter.
Ah, okay.
So simple, right?
Then it is including, sort of.
Thank you, Chi.
Just a different word. We also have a word like including, but that's a little wider.
Mm-hmm.
A little more than including.
Mm.
It's like all included.
Mm.
I don't know if whether that
Yeah, it's
fits
like you
into
said, it's like a blanket around including, sort of.
Mm.
Takes a little more width.
Mm. And so now I just have 3 words: embrace, connect, collaborate. Or you could say connect, embrace, collaborate. Mm.
I think I actually have 3 words now, just to
Mm.
make it really complicated. So yeah, I started off with allow, and then I went to nexus, and the meaning, the rich meaning that goes with that word. And now I have align.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like allow, and then nexus kind of to me means like connect. Connect in the neutrality of it all, like connect to the silence, and then align with that experience, align with it, and when you're aligned, or when I'm aligned, it's easier to do whatever action that's in alignment with that
Absolutely.
connection. I'm allowed to be it.
Mhm.
Still, still the first word is allow. So I'm going to stick with that today, with the other words kind of intertwined with it. Allow what is to be neutral. Allow it. Allow what is.
Allow its possibilities.
Mm.
And I get to go to work today. I've been off work for a few weeks, and that's probably also why I've been here so frequently.
It's good to have a change, hey?
Yeah. Go earn some dollars. 4 weeks we'll be in Hawaii.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah. Might be a little tricky getting on these calls at 3 a.m. in Hawaii, but
Oh.
I'll see what I can do. Even if I just hop on a little closer to the end or something like that, we'll see. If I'm up early, I'll hop on for sure.
Be good to have some Hawaiian energy in the group.
Yes. Can't wait. So excited.
I would just like to quick touch on Allison's word, encompassing. For me, the word sounds almost like, in compassion.
Wow. That's so cool.
Nice one, too.
Yeah, so my experience is most people initially, unless they're familiar or have done meditation work, is afraid of the silence. It might not be afraid. It's the silence can be very uncomfortable. And especially when you do it as a group, I didn't realize how programmed we are to talk, to fill in that silent space.
Mm.
Because I had to go inward, and I didn't want to do that until I allowed myself to do it, and it just got better and better and better. And I did it for 18 months alone. And I got frustrated. Like meditating by myself got frustrating.
Huh.
Why? Because I had an intuition urge for something else. Two years ago, no idea what that was. I allowed that I was frustrated with my meditating. And thought, well, why not do it with others? And here we are. It took me a while to allow the silence. Probably about a year.
I thought it's just like a seed, huh? Now it's just
Mm.
grown and grown and
Mhm.
grow.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
idea of yours.
That's circles back to my word of full living.
Mm.
It's not fulfilling, it's full living. And there's always ups and downs. It's just how we choose to see them. Doesn't change them, it just changes our relationship with them.
Yeah. The awareness will enable us to navigate through all this.
Yeah, exactly. Every heart, right, to create ours.
Mm.
And it's just around the corner.
Hmm.
in geological times. And maybe
All the
not.
mm. We all have the answer inside of us, what purpose or what life or what we like to achieve in this life. But it takes time to get in there because there's so many layers because we are affected by the collective consciousness too, as well as the universal consciousness and our own and how to bridge the gap in between. Because some of the traumas we can't even remember, when if something happened while in the womb, or when we're just a newborn, and yeah, it's like we are not welcoming the new life, in correct way to this world. So a lot of trauma, yeah.
Yeah, we hold on to it when we need to just see it and let it go.
Mm.
So when we begin the awareness of it, right, really there's a whole past that we working to clean up, as well as every new moment that gets added to it.
Mm.
And I think we get to a point where like the past it's not always like forever dealt with because it shows itself in future situations.
Mm.
That's when we deal with it.
Yep.
Don't have to go searching for it before then, because you won't find anything. You'll find a loop. It's unresolvable.
The first step is to pause and quiet the mind.
Yes, it is.
Mm.
Before you need it, right? Like you have to have that skill, that practice before you're in a situation that requires it.
Mm.
Those are difficult situations, but they can be handled differently when
Yes.
we know the silence. We know
Yes.
the silence that's possible inside of us.
Yes. The way to our super consciousness is through quiet our mind.
Yeah.
The mind always try to create a prison. The ego mind.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's not like that's what the ego wants because it wants to
Oh,
help. It's just a limited perspective
yeah,
that's not helping.
yeah. Mhm. No, it's not that easy to empty our mind, but it takes practice. It takes the process.
And
The mind.
practice.
Mhm.
I noticed too that like if I choose an end result, there's a certain feeling around it and what it feels like. And then so basically the practice becomes practice being that the experience of that feeling, like really practice it, hone it, get really good at it, at embodying those qualities.
Just like we embodied the resistance to having it.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
We've
like
got
what
to
works.
undo that resistance to make room for the new feelings that will allow us to have it.
Yeah. Because like
That's
the resistance is like, oh, it's almost like it's the opposite polarity.
always is.
Yeah. It's like, I want that. Oh, you can't have it. I want it. Oh, no, you're not good enough. Oh, okay. Oh, that's just a feeling based on a belief, based on a thought,
That's
Just
what I
an
felt.
automatic.
based on a false judgment.
Mm-hmm.
It's all based on assumptions and false judgment. That's all resistance is.
Mm-hmm.
How I felt meditating alone was each time I did it, my ego would go off. Are you sure you're sitting correctly?
Yeah.
Sure you're breathing correctly? They would question everything I was doing when I'm in the silence with you guys. They don't question anything.
The negative self-talk is like creating a prison. Yeah.
Yes, it does. And it keeps you there, right? Because it's safe, it's comfortable.
Mm.
And that's what the soul sees it. And it's like the soul says, no, it's like we want something more. So I'm going to keep putting it here. I'm going to keep putting it here until you break down your walls.
Mm.
Because no one else is going to break down your walls.
Nope. It's a big task to learn to love oneself in this world when we are constantly bombarded with negativity most of our life. But when you see it, when you're aware of it, yeah, there are a lot we can do self by practicing awareness.
Does anyone have a pretty good, like a process for tuning into the next step, like the next aligned action, if you're moving towards a goal?
I think it's the action itself. As soon as you start do something, you will quiet the mind.
Oh, yeah. So do something, and then you can always
Whatever.
adjust.
Yeah, something monotone, you know, something that they don't require anything, but
Okay.
we release a lot, you know, just by doing something physically.
Very good, Chi.
Wow. Thank you, Chi. Just do something basically. And then you can adjust.
Yeah.
My dad used to say, just do something, do anything. Like if you like take a
Like,
sledgehammer to that car, if you need to do something, just do something, anything. Just
yeah,
move, get moving.
if you would like change, you know, and you're still repeating the same thing, you know, how would you ever change?
Yeah, it won't happen.
Mm. We have to change bit by bit, you know, day by day. But it will,
And it's
yeah, we end
little.
up.
It's little actions
Mm.
that stack on each other and create bigger end results.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Chi. That really helps. I appreciate that.
No problem. I'm practicing myself.
I'm gonna pull out some paint and do a little more in my painting.
Well, I'll share something that Jesse shared with me at one point too, and it was remember to just see everything as an experiment and gathering of information. And that brings, it helped me to bring it to a neutral space, right? So that it lessened the charge for me of the outcome. And that was very helpful for me. And I love Chi's thing of just do something.
Awesome too. Thank you, Allison.
Because
Right,
it loosens that experience of I would say it's a form of stuckness that we get to sometimes when we're in that place, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So it brings some kind of movement. And that really helps.
Yeah, and I think we got stuck because a lot of time we get bored, you know. Yeah, because we don't have the same the correct how do you say, mindset, you know.
Yeah. And
because we
I
think that
kind of look
matters.
at sorry, Chi, go ahead.
We just have to stick to it, the things that matters, you know, and then find a reason for
what
doing it, for loving
matters.
it. Yeah. Because often we got bored, even though it's it matters, you know. We have to stick, get it done.
And like go for it.
Yeah, instead of if
And
you follow the bicycle, you just get up again and not give up, you know.
yeah, like that's what kids do. They just go for it, and they usually will try to find what they love doing and do that.
Yeah, exactly. Do it out of self-love, you know.
It's like practice doing what you love.
Yeah. At the same time, practice. Yeah, and at the same time, you're practicing loving yourself.
Wow, because when you're doing it, you're experiencing it.
Yes, it takes action. You know, it's not enough to say that I've read a book about, you know, whatever.
Yeah, words are
build
cheap.
A car, you know, you never build a car. You know, it's
like the action is where the action's where like the rubber meets the road.
Find some passion, you know, for Sorry.
No, great, Chi. It's like igniting engagement,
Mm-hmm.
igniting engagement, engage, because
Mm.
it is how you build the neuron fire, the pathways in your body.
Yeah, by doing it.
Mhm.
Something as simple as doing the dishes.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying when you're done with it.
And present through it,
Mm.
not bitching that you have to do the dishes.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. But like, how can I do a really good job of this in a really efficient way
Yeah,
and
find a
enjoy
passion.
it?
That's
Yeah.
right. Playing with it. What would I do to enjoy this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
It's
could I,
simple.
how can I think or how can I feel that will expand enjoyment?
And truly there are times that my ego says I don't even want to enjoy enjoyment right
Mm.
now.
Oh yeah.
Fine, be stuck in the mud, be in, and
Yeah.
I kind of like, I play with it, right? It's like, yeah, you can be that way. You're free. You're free. Just let me know when you're ready to get out of the mud,
Yeah.
because
Very
you're not
good.
playing in it. You're wallowing in it.
Yeah. You're like, I love this.
Mhm.
Mm.
Wow.
So
That's a good realization.
what would we say to the millions of people who are frustrated with their meditating practices? Number one,
Mm.
because they're doing it alone.
Yeah. Join a group.
Yeah.
That's where you will get the connection.
Not any group.
Yeah. Join our group because ours is the best.
We think so.
Well, that's why we're here.
That's right. And it's proven, like it, we proved it. And we proved it. And it's like, for me, the key's in the silence. And then it's like, what the silence, the heart, the connectedness, the silence, the heart connected, silence, heart connected.
Mm.
That is ours. Heart
Meditation alone,
centered
you're
creators. Yeah.
connected
Sorry.
to your own. And when you're doing meditation alone, you're only connecting to your own energy. When we're doing silence together, we're connecting to each other's energy. So we get a collective energy.
Funny how you can connect to silence, eh?
That's the only way we can connect to our heart is through the silence.
Well, the silence lies in the energetic field, Neil.
Yeah.
And it's the energetic field that holds the body together.
You're tuning into the field
Yeah,
with the silence or through the silence.
yeah. And
That's
into your land of plenty, if you want to use
ah,
terms, right?
the silence is the nexus point.
Oh, there you go.
Boom. Look at that. I knew there was something there. There was some information there. Silence is the opening to the nexus, that center point, the focus point, the focal point, the connection. And if I get too noisy, I miss it. Wow. Thank you guys. Wow. That's a really cool realization there.
Sorry if you can hear my dog snoring.
It ain't that loud today.
Or if you can hear my cat crying, it's
Nope.
pretty loud. 17 years.
That's one old cat.
Yeah, he's very, very, very vocal. Even more vocal than he's ever been. And he was very, very, very vocal in his younger years. He's just not feeling that great because he's getting old. But I give him little recodes if he says yes, and it does seem to help him.
That's where your attention goes, your energy flows.
Yeah, the results show.
Yeah.
Okay. It's nice. Got a little bit of painting done. Now that can dry today. Nice to use this space to be a little creative.
All right. So if silence is the key, Who would pay to experience silence?
I'm sure a lot of people would. I know I have in the past. Thousands of dollars to experience silence.
Hmm.
Maybe not everyone, but those that see the value in it.
I never would have.
Yeah, but that's just where you were at
Hmm.
that time.
Exactly. It was weakness.
Yeah,
It was losing time. It was when you could be putting energy into something else.
yeah,
I didn't see or understand the power of it.
yeah,
I only saw and yielded to the power of my great intellectual mind,
yeah. And
also known
what a
as my
great one it
ego,
is.
also known as my ego, the
Yeah,
insane one.
yeah.
And
The part that
and
thinks it knows.
that's right. And so if silence, let's look in the coaching domain, right, of the internet coaching world.
Sure.
Um, if the key is the silence that you create inside you, who would teach that?
There's teachers.
Yes, but imagine the ones that are there doing it now, right?
Yeah.
Imagine them coming to the realization that that's what's needed.
Yeah, because there's a lot of talking heads.
Hmm.
Present company accepted, of course.
Hmm. Well, right. It's like all ego, all sorry. It's like
Egoic.
it's ego.
Yeah,
Now, it's just my perspective. It's my view of the world, my view of
yeah,
what worked and works.
yeah. Well, it doesn't work.
And that's still being explored.
Yeah, always. That's the gift of being alive.
Mhm.
Possibility and being teachable.
Yep, that's a big one.
When you're teaching about silence, it's not only about silence, because uh, it affects our life, all part of us. And yeah, it's a tough one how to bring it to the market. When you say it's about teaching silence, like you said, yeah, we can all experience it by ourselves. No, I'm rambling. You said it all. Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense now. Yeah.
It's not all about the silence, right? It's just the awareness between the two.
Mm.
Like once we're in the heart state, the aim is to stay there.
Mm.
Now, once I leave here, it's hard for me to quote stay there, but
Mm.
it's better than where I was staying.
Mhm.
Better.
Mm.
Even when someone is speaking, you're doing the deep listening, so it's also silencing your own mind.
Yes. Yes. And how do I respond right? How do I respond to what's happening?
So a part of um, find this the silence is also to enjoy the silence.
Mm-hmm. And just to see like what it like ask the question, right? And see what automatically pops up.
Hmm.
Ready? So go around the room and it's like, hey, give me your greatest, like, what do you want?
Not that question again.
See? All right. I know, right? It's like there's
That's the $1 million question. I always stop before that one.
mm, fascinating.
Oh, you know what I realized is so silence is the nexus point, and the gift comes from the deep listening in the silence.
Great. The gift and deep listening. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't tell what's going to be there.
No. But you can listen.
Mm-hmm.
It's an opportunity to hear the gift in the silence, witness it.
You may get something right in that moment. It may
You
take
may not.
24 hours. It may take weeks, years.
Yep. Yeah.
But I don't hold on to it to like, it's just more when it shows up. It's like, oh, I wonder, I remember when I asked for that. There it is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like all prayers are answered. It just may be, it may be yes, it may be no, or it may be not yet, not right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of them are that way. It's like not that way and not now.
Yeah. It will come though.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's like what I hold as faith, right? There's faith.
Yeah.
It's uns, yeah, the uncertainty, like faith in the uncertainty.
Yeah.
I mean,
Faith
we've
is
done a
like,
pretty good job of creating this body. I think I can like trust the faith of that.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. You didn't know how, but you did it somehow.
We still don't know.
Yeah.
We still, something else did it to us.
Well, or did it? Or was that you? Wait a sec. I built my body. Like wrap your head around, your head will never understand that. But your heart knows. Because it did it.
It's
And
doing it.
not your heart, but the energy that is beating your heart is what did it.
Mhm.
That connection, that nexus point. That's like, it's like a 0 point, the whole 0 point field thing, theory.
Yep.
It's like, that's where it all comes from. All of it. It all comes from the nothing, the 0 point.
Mm-hmm. So why not start there?
Yeah. The silence, the nexus point.
Mm-hmm. It's the not having to know. So saying I don't know is fine because that's where it
Yeah.
allows you to start.
Oh, but my ego can't allow that because
I
I
know.
must know. I do know, but then I'm not teachable. Then I'm going to miss it. like go to the gap, go to the 0 point, go to the no thing. Because the no thing, it knows that part of you knows. You got to be in the no thing. Just breathe into that point.
I feel that our mind is the only thing that's in the way of, get to know ourselves.
It's like a survival mechanism.
Yeah, this negative self-talk, is so damaging, really.
It's like the disruptor, the unconscious
Yeah,
survival
whenever
mechanism.
the negative talk comes from yourself or from others, we allow it to in ourselves, it's just like it's violating everything, our inner peace, our yes, sense of we're not. It blocks everything, Yeah. So
We get to focus where we choose.
like I said, our mind is a double-edged sword. We can hurt ourselves with it too. We're not aware of, how to utilize it.
Just keep practicing.
Practicing awareness.
Yeah.
Why I do this? Why I do that? Where does pattern come from? Where that? We have to dive deep into layers of ourselves, of our personality. Accept it's part of us. We are. The shadow will always be a part of us. Accepting it. And not.
Yeah. It is us.
Mm.
It's our unconscious.
To allow it.
Mm. But it doesn't have to dominate us.
Exactly. Allowing it has its place in you, and that's okay.
Mm.
And then when you ask yourself, what is it there for? I don't know, and that's okay.
Mm.
Because I don't really care. Just be present with the moment and enjoy it.
I still see I'm seeing the infinity symbol and how, one side is positive, the other end is negative, and then the crossing point, the nexus point is the neutral. So it's like, am I charged? Or am I in the neutral? Am I in the deep listening? Am I in the connection?
In the neutral, it's like in the middle of a hurricane, in the hurricane's eye.
Yeah. Wow. That's a beautiful metaphor, Chi. Hurricane's eye, that center, the eye of the storm.
Yeah. Outside the center, that's where the danger is.
So if you take that infinity symbol and turn it 90 degrees, what do you get?
Line.
An 8.
Yeah. Heat.
Oh, that way
Exactly.
90. That
Yeah.
way 90 degrees.
That way
I
90,
thought,
yes. Yeah, sorry. Of course, Heinz. You are right.
Yeah.
You do get a line. I like that one. I hadn't thought
It's
of
like
that one.
infinite, infinite.
So it's an 8.
Yeah.
So create or
Oh, yeah.
creator, create
Wow.
or.
Wow.
That is what the creator is. You've seen it,
Mhm.
Will.
And you know
Yeah.
what? Oh man, you know what? I just got to share something. I just made a connection, and it's just wordage. But my native ancestry is Cree. It's the Cree Nation. So that's my native ancestry. And I also have what they call up here Métis ancestry, which is where the French mated with the natives, and they call themselves Métis, which is a French, like a French Indian, for lack of a better term. And the Métis symbol, like they have a flag, and the symbol is the
Sorry.
I'll just wait till G's done. There we go. Thanks, G. So yeah, the symbol for the Métis flag is an infinity symbol. So create, I just thought that was really interesting. Create, like the infinity symbol on the side, right? So the Cree Nation and then the infinity symbol on the side, create. That it just kind of had a bit of significance for me.
That's so interesting about the flag, Will.
Yeah, it's an infinity symbol, and it's on its side, and I really connect with infinity, like the concept. Just I've always said, there's only infinite possibilities. We get to choose, but there's only infinite possibilities. There's only abundance. We just are kind of limited with what we can choose as a human.
And we limit ourselves also by conceptualizing life as this incarnation, and that is all that there is. I mean, it's all that we can take care of for now, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
But it's really useful sometimes, I find.
Yeah.
Just to extend that boundary. Into the unknown.
Eye of the storm. I love that metaphor Chi shared. The eye of the storm, that's where neutrality is. That's where it's calm, centered. It's cool and relaxed. Calm, cool, relaxed are my words for that eye of the storm. Fun and easy, ease and flow. It's like there is no problem. There is no problem. Just calm, cool, centered. Oh, so now I get to bring that into the day. Fun. I just felt the weight of the day hit me right then and there. I could just allow it now.
So I have a little saying for myself for the day going forward.
Okay.
3 words. Retain, share, embrace.
Retain, share, embrace.
Retain.
Yeah.
And for me, that comes with Jesse's words of mine, yours, and ours.
Mm.
I need to scatter for the day. Thank you
Yeah,
so
same.
much for a wonderful morning, everybody.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you all.
You all have a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Love and hug.
Thank you all.
Yeah, have an awesome day.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a wonderful
Bye.
day.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.